Let us go to Danny, Stewart, Florida, Sirius Satellite. How are you?
Fine, Mark. Thank you for taking the call. Thank you for your book you sent me last time. Your dad's book, for that matter.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you the fellow who served in Iraq?
Yes, I'm an Army Colonel, retired. Yes, sir.
Army Colonel, retired, and you were in the Medical Corps?
Yes, I'm a vascular and trauma surgeon. Yes, sir.
I remember you. How are you?
Thank you. Fine, sir. You have a great memory. Listen, first of all, you're the most intellectual, well, maybe the only intellectual voice, highly intellectual voice in this whole discourse.
That won't get me in too much trouble, but thank you.
No,
okay.
and no, you're, I mean, clearly you got to bring it to the level people understand, and people do. Having said that, as I said, I lived this book for 25 years. First 25 years of my life, I lived this statist book. And it is, to me, completely unimaginable how we got to the point that there is such a lack of fortitude on the part of American people in first choosing their elected representatives, because what we got now, I mean, look at that thing of Nancy Pelosi yesterday. I mean, it's a joke. And then you look at our representatives. Yeah, you're right. Nobody's representing this Obamacare debacle to be swept off the face of the earth. No. Nope. They're all kind of laying down and going along with it. And you know what? Closing national parks, closing monuments.
By the way, Colonel, I don't think anybody's going to look at the National Park Service again the same way, ever.
Absolutely. We're here in Smoky Mountains. We have another house, and we went up there, and they were with guns, man. They were out there with guns. The same guys that are feeding the bears and feeding the pigs and chicken over there by the station, suddenly they have guns.
Well, priorities. Humans second, animals first.
Everybody has a gun and a badge. And you know what? All it takes for people to realize, and that happened in communism, to realize that that badge and that gun are worthless, that you can just pass by that and go, okay, what are you going to do? Jail me for walking onto the national park territory? What do you want to do? Handcuff me? I don't know how this week.
Well, these orders come from on high, and I talked about this the other day, Colonel. The people now have a feel for what it's like when the President of the United States and his administration unleashes the power of departments and agencies and the bureaucracy generally, not for good, but to coerce, to punish, to obstruct. And this is why the government's too damn big, it's centralized, and so many of these things ought to be handled by states and localities in the private sector, even these federal parks. I mean, if this is what they're going to do, use them to punish us unless we capitulate, that's simply unacceptable.
That President of the United States and a cabinet would do everything to make people pay and make people suffer is exactly what communism was doing to people. Exactly. They would make people suffer to see their own errors. And then when everybody's going, help us, then they come down on you. That's the top-down government.
Yeah, well, you're quite right. All right, my friend, you keep calling. I really appreciate it, and thank you for your service.